Hi, this is Dr. Gary. Welcome to our weekly tune-up this week. When we talk to other people, many of us have a hard time being understood or even feeling listened to. Sometimes we have a hard time understanding other people. We think they understand us and we understand them. However, when we go back to another discussion about what was just said, we had a completely different spin on what they were intending to say. And many people do that to us as well. And it's frustrating because we really don't know what to do to be clearer. There's something in neurolinguistic program called linkages that we can pay attention to. NLP is the study of how our language affects our behavior internally and externally. It's how to attach our language to actual experience so we understand what we're saying. Linkages are easy to understand. It's simply something that we have to pay attention to and really be a little uptime when we're speaking to someone so we complete what we're actually saying. Many times you've probably had an experience where somebody said something to you and then they didn't finish their sentence, but in their mind they heard them finish it and they actually think that they said that to you. Sometimes the interesting thing about that is when we do that, we're unaware we're doing that because we're completing it in our mind and we're not completing it when we're actually speaking to someone else. Also, when someone says something to you like, wow, it's a beautiful day outside today, deep down inside there's something driving them saying that, built upon their complex equivalency or their belief system on the reason they said that. And that's called a linkage. It's really a beautiful day outside today. The reason is because I love it when the sun's shining like this and it's crisp and clear. That's a finishing statement. That's a fully complete thought. Many of us do not speak that way anymore. So what we want to do is pay attention to our entanglements with other people when they're not understanding us, because if we don't complete the linkage, especially with the people that we care about and we love, and it's important that we communicate well with them, those linkages get discombobulated inside their own complex equivalency in the way they understand the world, and it's going to be misunderstood. They're not going to understand completely what you said. This happens in business many times when someone says, well, I told you that when we closed the deal, and they say, no, you didn't. You never said anything about that. Well, you probably did, but you didn't complete the linkage, which means you didn't deliver the intention of what you were saying and make sure they understood the reason that you're saying it. It can be as simple as giving someone a compliment. I really think you're a very nice person. There's a linkage to that driving you to say that, and if that person doesn't understand that, they could think it's taken the other way, or they could take it the other way, or they could not understand, what would he want to say that for? Is he just kissing up to me? But you can say, I think you're really a nice person because when dealing with you, I find that you have a lot of integrity and I understand the way you communicate things to me. That's a completion. That's completing the linkage. Let's work on that, especially when we're working with our youngsters and our kids, because if they don't understand linkage and how important it is to not only deliver the intention of saying something, but also finish the reason you're saying it, then we're communicating. We're kind of losing that art. We got our nose stuck in our phones and our tablets a little bit too much sometimes, and we're too fast to just assume other people understand what we're saying. Remember the word linkage, and when you want to say something to someone important to you, make sure they understand the full meaning of what you said. Let's work on that this week. I think it's going to help everyone clean a lot of things up. Thank you for all of you just texting me and being in touch with me, and I appreciate all your feedback. Wow, we're gaining in viewers, and I appreciate those of you who have said this is really helping you. That's the intention of it, and none of it's perfect. However, I appreciate your feedback and anything that I could help you with. So until next time, this is Dr. Gary wishing you a fully linked conversation this week. Until next time, bye-bye.